So you have 100 media people coming in one monastery. What do you think you will do if 100 media people come in your home? He's never refuted that. He said, yes, I got healed. So you basically, this docu-series is saying the people who healed you, who took care of you, who made sure you are okay, they are kind of villains. Jnanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadisham Tattvamasyadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyanandam. Thank you everybody for watching this video. So this is me, Srinitya Sarveshwarananda Maharaj.
This is me, and this is me, Srinitya Judananda Maharaj.
And this is you who is going to watch this video. And we are going to talk about a docu-series which is classified. It's classified under true crime.
Really?
It's classified under true crime, and it's based on Discovery Plus.
They've classified, oh man.
So, and they have actually few people, one child rapist, one person who has siphoned off millions of dollars from the organization, and a person who is convicted criminal in the US with $500,000 penalty. So these kind of characters, they have built their team. So majority, 80% of the docu-series is on with a faceless character.
Yeah.
So,
and for us as a part of the Sangha, Swamiji's Sangha, it really is more, I guess not entirely a comedy for us to watch, because it's serious. There's serious allegations here, but at the same time, it really is laughable for us, some of the things that they're saying and some of the things that we're seeing. And so we're going to give a reaction video, give some insights into what is actually going on behind the scenes and who some of these people are, and maybe why it's so funny, and then also why it's so serious, and why so many Hindus should really be disgusted with this video and should be rising up and standing together and uniting.
Let's go through this docu-series, so to say. They have a disclaimer. Do they follow law?
Absolutely not. A little gloomy start.
How you are caught by the idea your life is suffering or confusion. I am a totality of unknown in your life.
It's interesting that they show that clip right away.
Unmanifest
Yeah,
for all of you.
they've done a lot of
God is
work
waiting to
finding the
help
old
you
footage.
and make all the possibilities open. You will start seeing the moment you sit in front of me, enlightenment starts. It's really unfortunate.
It's true.
Even our own ashramites have not understood the significance of Kailash.
Focus is on Swami Nithyananda.
So here they
He
started.
keeps attempting to get stays on all of these cases. Even as we speak, he has been growing from strength to strength. His entire empire, he's had followers who are extremely influential people.
Hey Drida, are you influential?
Convinced that.
Who are they talking about? So when it comes to, see, it's so funny. When it comes to bashing the devotees and disciples, they will say that Guru is overpowering them. And when it is about how much Swamiji is doing the hard work and making things happen, he has influential disciples. So it's a circular logic which you cannot escape.
Yeah. It's kind of funny that they set the standard right away, that he's got this huge backing, probably presenting that he's got millions and millions of dollars, millions and millions of followers, presented and placed in the exact position that they need to be politically, economically. Not necessarily the case.
We are like what? We are brahmacharis. Like that, so many disciples are there. But the whole thing is presented as if actually I feel they are projecting me as God. To be very frank, as if I can do anything. The way they are projecting, backed up with very powerful disciples. So powerful disciples will continue watching this video. So they are trespassing into our university.
Completely mesmerized and hypnotized
whatever you call it, I have got convinced and I believed Swami Nithyananda completely that he is the ultimate guru, and I made all of my kids join in his Gurukul.
So I think we should know this character. This is Janardhan, and when he joined, he had actually a heart attack and he was in a dying situation, and his wife was so worried that this fellow will not survive, he will die. And he got a place to stay. And I can share my experience. I don't know about rest of the world. I personally made sure that he's comfortable, he doesn't feel any kind of stress. That I can ensure from my side. He will never attend yoga. The doctors will say,
oh my goodness,
for your health, please attend yoga. How much they were making him understand and everything. Someday, I remember one day one of the doctor teams in the Adi KAILASA, they spoke so much to him. And then he got some kind of a click. He came for a couple of days. But nothing, he will take care of his health. And no work he will do the whole day. But still, at least from my end, I can say very sincerely, I held space for his health. And forget me, who am I? The thing is, this guy got a place to live. He doesn't need to earn. He's getting full support for him to recover after the surgery. And all kinds of support, everything. And what after everything done. And I'll tell you the most funny part. The most funny part is, till date, he's not refuting how he got healed from that heart attack and everything.
Well, they even present that footage of him saying, the reason why I'm here today is because of Swamiji's blessings only.
He's telling that openly. He told that in the stage, and he's never refuted that in the past 1 decade. He's never refuted that. He said, yes, I got healed. So, you basically, this docu-series is saying the people who healed you, who took care of you, who made sure you are okay, they are kind of villains. Wow. So much for gratitude, and that's an interesting...
It's a nice family photo, though, I'll say that. His boy there, I feel really bad for him. He never wanted to leave. He was the one crying when his parents took him away. Actually, he didn't want to leave. It's unfortunate.
And both the sisters, we already know. For those who don't know, they have been making videos after videos. That one story we can't stop talking. How much they did, that they don't want to leave, and how much they were forced to leave. That's a story we will be discussing on the way.
God, look at him, he's full of rage.
This is too much, yeah. This is absolutely rubbish. He's telling without permission his kids were taken or something like that. Hey, come on, yaro. It's a running school. You have procedures. It's not like, what are you saying? He has signed all the papers. Anywhere the kids go, anything happens, first of all, he will always accompany them. At least 1,000 pictures will be there. The kids, the children will be going on trips, and he will be the main person to take them along. There are at least thousands of pictures. How you can say they went without approval or anything? You are accompanying them.
Yeah.
You are actually he's not a normal person. He was the head of the Gurukul, management team. He was one of the, you can say, the core Gurukul administration. You are telling the core Gurukul administration will tell that things are happening without my permission. I mean, is there a limit?
Now, this is him saying, just 1 month ago, I was able to take my son to Varanasi. We went on vacation. I posted all those pictures. Everybody can see it. And now I can't take my kids out this time. They won't even let me see them. Well, I want to take them on vacation again.
That's not true. He never wanted to take them on vacation. Actually, this whole thing is such a sham. He's like living with those kids. Daily he's living with those kids.
Really, though?
And every day he's seeing them. And he's acting as if he's living in some other planet.
He walked around this place like an absolute king. Like you said, he never came to yoga. As the yoga acharya, I saw him there maybe 2 times. And when he came in, I remember being like, oh, thank you for your darshan, you know. Never would show up, no matter what time we did the yoga
I never
class
would do
at.
any work. I'm sorry to say. I don't want to talk about anybody's work life, but never did any work.
But actually, he was able to take his son to Varanasi just a month before this.
Correct. he took his son, he took a photo with a selfie with his son, posted it very nicely, very happily. See, I have my son and everything. We are enjoying, we are in a very nice vacation and everything. And just after returning from a vacation, a matter of few days, he's telling, I am not able to meet my son. What are you telling me? 1 month whole you stayed alone, you and your son, nobody else. And secondly, whole life you have been staying with them. You have been living in the same place. Wow. There is no limit to anything. And every time you will take your son out or this and that, you yourself will sign on the forms, in the forms which you yourself created as an administrator. Is there no limit? So now is very nicely showing the phone.
I'm trying to meet her for the past 1 month. They are not allowing me inside. They are unnecessarily killing me.
He's telling, I'm trying to meet my daughter since past 1 month. I am not being allowed. His daughters are begging him and making him understand that what are you doing is wrong. He's been manipulating the wealth, the purchases, messing up. They are showing him papers as responsible adults. They can see his crimes, financial crimes. They are showing him all the papers and saying, how can you do this? This is all donation money. This is all given to the temple hundi. It is given in the temple donation box. It is given to Bhagwan's feet, to Paramashiva's feet. How can you make financial crimes on this money? And just when he got triggered by that, he suddenly changed his colors. He's telling me, I'm not able to meet my daughters. What are you talking about? They are talking face to face in an apartment where they had enough time. He got enough time. The daughters are trying to explain him, stop your crimes, align, and come out of it. He's not interested. Next thing he straight away goes to the media and says, I'm not allowed to meet my daughters. You have just spoken to your daughters and he's coming out and saying, I'm not allowed to meet my daughters. And there's no limit to the lies. Now this is this is like you see a mother crying, what you will feel? Oh, so much injustice is happening. I'll tell you a very unfortunate reality. The whole family, father, son, 3 daughters, all of them are inside the monastery very happily.
Yes.
For 3-4 years continuously. She is out of the monastery for almost 1 year and she doesn't want to come.
Yeah, I remember that.
Now that character who doesn't want to come for 1 month, whole family is here. They are asking, Amma, please come. Everybody is asking, please come, please come. She is not interested in coming, and suddenly, all of a sudden, oh, I can't meet my son, I can't meet my daughter, I can't meet. You are yourself not coming.
Yeah, that's a really good point, actually. For real, she would live outside while the whole family lived inside. I never saw, she came every now and then for an occasional visit. But she lived outside, away from her family. That was her choice. And then now this happens, and then she's all distraught, and it's just the polar opposite of how she was before. That's actually very interesting. I never thought.
I see. Frankly, if you ask me, I don't know what she is going through or what she went through. She even wants to be with her daughters or what, or she wants to be with her son or what, I don't know, and I'm nobody to enter into her life. But she's a complete contradiction between what she's doing and what she's saying and what she's telling in the camera and what she's telling outside the camera. It's a I don't know how to react to this, frankly.
Yeah.
They are very, very badly behaved. They have created a very big drama. And I was working in this organization.
Here, right from the horse's mouth. He's telling they are this, they are that, they are this, they are this, they are that. You are there. Just is a matter of 5 minutes before you would count yourself in the day, and suddenly when your financial crimes are put, you are held accountable for that by your own daughters. Story is different. Oh no, they are not talking to me politely. They means whom? Your own daughters only, na? They are only questioning you. So tell clearly who are they. You can't handle and you cannot face the question of your own daughters, and instead go out in the media and curse. Whom are you cursing? You are cursing your own people.
For me, this is the situation. I am not going to meet my kids.
That me, this me, talking to me.
They did this they make this sound, look, feel, everything like a cult. But before they give this big disclaimer, oh, we have no opinion, you know. Like, look at this.
Now, the way they have made all the animations and everything, they have no substance to tell how what they're telling anything is true. So let's just compensate it with animations. What can be done? Nobody can hold you accountable. You just do anything, whatever you want. It's really like you don't have any character in your whole show. So somehow put animated character, somehow put a faceless character, and make a documentary. I mean, they really must have struggled. They must have really struggled to pull the footage.
Well, it's a lot like the original case against them. They they arrest Swamiji and then they say, "Where's the victim? Let's go look for the victim."
This guy is father's so-called father's lawyer.
2013
Janardhan's yoga partner.
He was a poor
Today, if I am alive,
Oh, there he is. This is the clip.
This is a clip. He's telling today if he's alive, it's because of Swamiji's blessing, because of the healing he had, because of the care that was taken for him.
it is purely because of Swamiji's grace.
उनके बच्चों को विदाउट एनी इंफॉर्मेशन उनको बिरदी आश्रम से अहमदाबाद ट्रांसफर किया गया.
So this fat accomplice of Janardhan, yoga partner, is saying that the kids were taken without his permission. What if I show you signed letters of Janardhan giving permission for that? They will say, they'll just not look at it, they'll not talk about it. That's all, problem solved.
जब जनार्दन जी ने एक या दो बार आश्रम मिलने गए तो
Now this is like too much. This lawyer, Drida, you have to help me. This lawyer is just contradicting what Janardhan has said. Few minutes ago in the same video, Janardhan is saying that I was not allowed to meet my children. He's telling a couple of times when Janardhan went to meet his children. So what do you mean by that?
ऐसा बोला कि वो विदाउट परमिशन किसी भी पेरेंट्स को उनके बच्चों से मिलने नहीं देते.
जब मैं जनरल सर को मिला
Just so everybody knows, those signs, that's from the public schooling system. What is it, Delhi public school system?
Yeah.
Yeah. That wasn't the ashram signs. That was technically a part of the public school systems. You're not allowed your phone and you're not, like, no permission allowed. It's a regular public school. When you're driving by a public school, you're not allowed to go inside as a random person, right? It's the same thing.
It is for safety of children. It's a world standard.
Yeah.
Now what do you want? You don't want children to be safe? Just because you have some crazy media people who want to jump across the wall and do...
But really, though, imagine like a swarm of mainstream media interviewers, journalists, etc., coming into an elementary school in the middle of the day randomly.
It's worse than a terrorist attack. That's what I can tell you.
Yeah.
खुद की लड़की के पेरेंट्स ने वहाँ पढ़ने के लिए भेजा है और उनको मिल भी नहीं सकते.
So we
ये मुझे बहुत ही सरप्राइजिंग लगा, बहुत ही शॉकिंग लगा कि ये there is something wrong in the ashram. बच्चियाँ कहीं सेफ जगह पे नहीं है, उनकी लिबर्टी को खतरा है. एक भी बार बच्ची खुल के उसके पिता या माता को मिलने नहीं आई है.
Now they are just repeating the same thing like a tape recorder. And I'll tell you, it was 2019. So basically their lie is this much, that the kids are not allowed to meet their parents. The kids are telling, we have tried our best to make them understand to stop their crimes. They are not listening us and they are running away from us. That is number one. Second thing is that the daughters are continuously saying in written, in audio, in video, in front of police, in front of court, in front of embassy, in front of Jamaican embassy, in front of United Nations, in front of United Nations, the special rapporteurs and embassies. All these places, the girls are consistently saying the same thing. In every possible permutation and combinations, they have clarified and reiterating till date. So it is 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. They are saying the same thing. And what he's saying? He's also saying the same thing. I am not allowed to meet. And there's no limit to nonsense. Whom would you believe?
किया जा रहा है નિત્યાનંદ એક એવું નામ છે જેનું ગુજરાતમાં તો કંઈ હતું જ નહીં પરંતુ જ્યારે ગુજરાતમાં એનો આશ્રમની વાત આવી નિત્યાનંદ એ પહેલા ક્યારેય ગુજરાતમાં કે ગુજરાતના પોલિટિક્સમાં ક્યારેય એને જોયો નહોતો એનું નામ સાંભળ્યું પણ નહોતું 15 નવેમ્બર 2019 શુક્રવારની સાંજ હતી લગભગ 6 વાગ્યાની આસપાસ અમારા એડિટર છે એમને એક કોલ આવ્યો.
So basically she's telling in Gujarati, I can't understand the whole thing, but she's basically saying how, explaining how about 100 media people just swarmed inside the Adinam, swarmed inside the monastery just like that, without any permission, nothing, and they have, that's what she's explaining.
અને એણે એવું કીધું કે આશ્રમ છે ડીપીએસ સ્કૂલની અંદર આવેલો આશ્રમ છે અને એની અંદર છોકરીઓ છે પછી ધીરે ધીરે હું અને મારા કેમેરા પર્સન અમારી અતિથિ.
See, this is a very, very important part. I'll hold on. I'll wait for it to come.
એના પેરેન્ટ્સ એ બધા 15-20 ગાડીઓ આવી.
She's very clearly saying 20 cars of media people. Per car, how many people, Dhrida?
4, 5.
4, 5?
Yeah.
So 20 into 5, 100. So you have 100 media people coming in one monastery. What do you think you will do if 100 media people come in your home? Forget your home, okay, it's a small place. Let's say 100 media people come to your school, your office. What would you do? You wouldn't do aarti for them, right? And especially these are not very nice people.
ऑलमोस्ट 1 आवर जितना दूर था गांधीनगर से तो हम 1 आवर तक पहुंचे तब उसके पहले वहां के उनके 4 एडवोकेट आके खड़े थे उनका बिहेवियर आप देखोगे.
So what he's saying, this is very funny. He's telling, we took 1 hour to reach there, and when we reached there, how many? 100. 20 into 500. When 100 of us reached there, 4 of their people were waiting for us, and they were talking very logically with us. They were talking in a very strong manner with us. And then, let's just hear what he's saying. But before even anything, for 100 people, if you have 4 people responding, is that unfair to those 100 people? You have 100 media people who have already are prejudiced, who are biased, who are the most corrupt media in the whole world, who have been bought, who have been involved in the worst scams. We know that the people who have been attacking Swamiji since 2010, they have been penalized rupees 700 crores for their involvement in 2G spectrum scam. So they are complaining that these 4 guys from our side are giving responses in English. That's a very big pain for them, apparently.
એની મદદ કે મને મારી છોકરીને મદદ છે અમને જવાબ તેમ છતાં પણ એ કોઈ સ્કૂલના બતાવે.
Jeez. She's so distraught and she's choosing not to see them for so long.
So such a drama. She will not come to the ashram to meet the kids, and now she's lying down on the street. Oh my God.
જહેમત બાદ આ લોકો જે છે તે અંદર પ્રવેશ કરી ચૂક્યા છે. અન્ય એક દીકરી છે તે હજી અંદર છે.
हम तो भी अंदर गए सब बच्चों का इंट्रोगेशन किया कुछ बच्चों ने कुछ बताया कि इनको फीवर आता था तो भी इनको.
So this guy, they are telling 2-3 things. Now this is something too much. I have to pause. Few things which these guys are telling. First, he's a politician. He has a team of media people with him, hundreds of them. Third, he's saying that they are visiting the school at 12 at night, 11 or 12 at night. Fourth, he's telling the people are stopping them. 4 people are stopping more than 100 of the media and politicians.
Naturally.
Right, naturally. And he's telling they are stopping us, they are addressing in English, they are talking logically, and they know all the law. And that is what is our pain point. That is their pain point, that what we are telling is legally correct. And that is what they're paining, as if law is meant to be like something wrong which you should not follow. And anything and everything which the media and the politicians do, I'm not blaming all politicians, but whatever he feels, this person feels, that is the correct thing. And he's telling even that he was able to bulldoze himself inside, knowing that it is wrong. That is the funniest thing. He's so clearly saying that he understands that he has no rights to enter the place. He understands that the people there educated him that it is against the law to go and wake up kids and torture them and, disturb them at midnight, 11 p.m., 12 p.m.
But they present it from this angle where it's like, why aren't they letting them in? Like, they should let them in.
Correct. So, and then he's telling that I was able, and then he's explaining how he interrogated the kids. Who is he to interrogate the kids? A politician is supposed to interrogate the kids without the permission of parents.
Just so for all you Westerners, interrogate is what you're saying.
Correct. So, you see, they believe the only parents which exist in the entire planet is these two parents. There'll be like 100 children in the monastery, right? All other parents, all other children, nobody has any rights. These guys can go and do anything they want. Why? Because we are the only parents in the world, others not, they are nobody. That's what they're saying.
But that's a space that he carries. Like, he is royalty, that way he would walk around there.
See the contradiction. One side they will say that the devotees are very powerful people. Other side, you treat their basic fundamental human rights as shit. You don't respect a person as a living person who is breathing, who has children, who has feelings, who has rights, small children who can sleep at night. You have no respect of that. And these guys, I remember the parents were sharing their kids. They were going to the washroom at night, okay? And this media people, they were going inside the washroom and terrorizing these kids. Till like for 2-3 years, that small girl was not able to go to the washroom alone. She was so terrified. So you are doing these things, and there are many things which you did, and you...
Well, yeah, I mean, they don't mention the pornography that they show to these kids.
Exactly. Now, these media men, the accompanying deep state actors, the rogue elements whom they have implanted in the machinery, in the government machinery, they go along with them, do all the crimes and destroy the name of India. They destroy the name of government. They destroy the name of Hinduism and do all sorts of crimes based on what? I just want to think, anybody who's watching this video, tell me a simple maths. You have 2 parents who have some issue and you have some 100 parents who have no issue. Because some 2 parents are having an issue, claiming to have an issue, they will go and torture the children of 100 parents and just deny them their basic human rights. I remember very clearly, I will not mention their parent's name. One of the parents from US, he had to go and talk in the US embassy, and he went around just to somehow be able to talk to his daughters, because these people made a curfew outside the university, made a curfew outside the school. They are genuinely not allowing parents to meet. So they are claiming falsely that parents are not allowed to meet the children, and then they are executing their crimes and making it as a reality. Such a cunning game. I mean, like, this is atrocious. And the audacity they have, I know, Maharaj, it's very boring, but the audacity they have is like too much. They are revealing all what they are saying in the video. That is the worst part of it.
बच्चों को इस टाइप से ट्रेन किया जाता था. It was just like a blind faith to one person who is taking care of the entire life. અને આશ્રમની અંદર જે લોકો હતા, આશ્રમમાં જે બી બાળકો રહેતા હતા.
This is them taking random footage of kids.
Late night, they are just casually taking any photos. There's no accountability, nothing, no privacy, anything you want to do.
Like, what does she think? Like she just submitted them to some torture factory? It's a monastery.
And they go happily with their kids. Whoever wants to go or whoever they are able to take, they take the kids. But so much drama for what? It is revealed ahead.
संचालकों से विजय स्थापना मार्च से बड़े इंट्रोडक्शन टू स्टेटमेंट रिपोर्ट है आश्रम के जो संस्थापक है स्वामी नित्यानंद, इनके विरुद्ध में एक डिटेल क्रिमिनल कंप्लेंट रजिस्टर की गई.
Now here is the real crimes which they are doing. They are presenting confidential documents of the daughters where they, because of this harassment, multiple attempts were made by mafia elements to kidnap them. To save themselves, they fled outside India and they are in constant communication with the High Court. Out of those communications with the High Court, which is completely classified, these people are taking those classified documents and presenting publicly in this video. This place where I have stopped is exactly one of those places where they are revealing something which the court cannot tolerate. They are just risking the children's safety by doing these crimes. It is against the court. These things they are doing so shamelessly. There's no accountability. They are gundas.
What's Gunda mean?
Gunda means like rowdies.
Rowdies, okay.
Okay, they want their kids now. Why is the discussion about Swamiji? Why is the discussion about Nithyananda? Can you see how they are shifting their gears from so-called concern for children? Now they are targeting Swamiji suddenly.
I am very, very happy here. I am not being kidnapped. I am in travel and because of something being taken. I had experience of very different Shaktis. And we all have happy.
I will say one of those Shaktis, I spent time in Gujarat, Adinam. I was there. I've spent a lot of time with her. At the very beginning, I was there from the ground up, before all the buildings were built and everything. What we did was we went around and we gave power manifestation demonstrations. She being one of those people. When there's this big media push.
And not only the ones who is demonstrating powers, she was Acharya for power manifestation.
She was the one that actually initiated physically the blind individuals. I was there. I met blind people. They would kneel down in front of her. She would initiate them. And then they would read blindfolded. Not that they needed the blindfolds anyways. That is who this individual is. This is not some victim, some powerless individual. This is a very powerful product of a typical Gurukul, aligned naturally to Sanatana Hindu Dharma in every way. She is the product of that.
So we'll call a male a yogi, someone who's master in yoga and yogic powers. She's a yogini. People don't even know yoginis exist. Because of the Holocaust, they have like completely killed and removed the identity of female masters of yogic sciences. So she's very clearly saying that she's there happily and she's so clear, life of sannyas. Now I want to repeat this part and I'll translate it. He said, they went to the monastery, they did not find the daughters, they did not find Nithyananda. What do you make out of that? So, you went for what? They are...
This accused masquerading as some kind of a godlike.
So, that makes it very clear. You didn't go for the kids. When they are saying so coolly, you didn't get the daughters, you couldn't find Nithyananda. Where is Swamiji involved in this? He's not even in the country. If you want your daughters, you'll talk about your daughters. Why is Swamiji coming into the picture? When you yourself, as per your own admission, is saying he's not even in the country, and if you want to meet Swamiji, let's say, as simple as that, why would you cry on the street and lie down on the street and roll on the street saying that I am not allowed to meet my children? From where meeting the children discussion changed suddenly to we could not find Nithyananda. What is your real intention?
Accused of abduction.
He's accused of kidnapping children.
Accused of kidnapping children when he himself is not even there in that country.
He has nothing to hide. Why is he out on the run? and therefore our fight against
Such a contradiction. If he has nothing to hide, why is not here? He's not here, then that means how could he have done it?
गुना कैसे हो सकता है?
His eggs are revealing his higher location. The public network learns Nithyananda could be in Central America.
Okay, if he's in, like these guys are telling in the media, he's in Central America, I don't know. But whatever they are claiming, how can they claim he's abducting people from Gujarat?
Yeah.
Like he's not even geographically nearby or anything.
Fully destroyed my Yogi Paramanapita in Gujarat. We need to build a large KAILASA ecosystem outside India. We can have our own internal administration, including law and order and judiciary. We are going to do it as per Hinduism. Anyone wants to take apat sannyas, we have for the future of humanity.
You want to talk about this, Dida?
He's right.
I don't want to, we can't say anything better than that.
One powerful point I'd like to say. If you're watching this right now and you consider yourself a Hindu and you're from India, who is dressed more Hindu? Who lives more as a Hindu? I guarantee that it's me versus you. And that is because of Swamiji. And yet you sit on the other side of the computer screen and you point and you say, this guy is a rapist. You say all these things. He is the one reviving Hinduism. And he's awakening people all over the world to live that. Because surely you're not going to.
And don't think first of all, just because the media is saying something, it is true. It is not true. Many allegations have been made, but they are allegations at the end of the day. It has been 12 years since 2010. Till date, they are not able to change the word from allegations to as if it is real. Why are they not dropping the word allegations if they are so clear any of these crimes happened? I'll tell you the reason. Because when they are saying such and such person were raped, they are telling 50 people were raped. I'm challenging you, not even one name they can mention. There is not even one name they can mention. Because there's nobody. Just like there's a faceless person in the documentary, in 2010, they filed a rape case. And in the rape case, who is the victim? Nobody. And the High Court is asking, where is the victim? They said, no, he is raped. We don't know whom he raped. And the High Court is saying, scolding the police, that you cannot torture a person just based on suspicion. So you are carrying the whole thing based on suspicion, and you don't even have one person who claims to be raped, who could even imagine they were raped. Finally, after 6-7 months, I know this might be dragging, but bear with me, Dada. So after 6-7 months, they are bringing one person. After filing the rape case, first of all, the rape case was filed by a male person. And he didn't claim he's raped. He's saying, I have a suspicion somebody might have been molested, not even raped. The word rape does not even appear in the whole complaint.
Suspicion.
I have a suspicion, not of rape. I have a suspicion that somebody might have been manhandled or molested. You can say the rough translation of the Tamil complaint which it had. There was no mention of rape. Okay, he has a suspicion. When you have a suspicion, there's some basis now. You will say this person might have been, something wrong might have been done. No name. And you have a suspicion in there. Based on what? And then based on this, they arrested Swamiji, they tortured him physically, they subjected his body to various invasive tests which were poisonous, got his body into a lethal condition and risked his life, which made him lose his eyesight when they were injecting these things, trying to force him to give a false confession. And any media house who was going and commenting about what they are doing in the prisons, those, these rogue elements who are there in the system, they were going and visiting the houses of those media people and warning them to stay away. All these things are published. It came in the midday news in 2010. So based on all these things, since 12 years, they are nicely dragging a case as if somebody was raped. But they are saying as if a huge number, 50, 60, 70, 100, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 people were raped. As if no other work happens in the ashram whole day, adinam whole day, people are getting raped What are you telling me? Nonsense, there's a limit to it. Finally, after 6 months of this drama, someone they bring as a witness, not as a victim, as a witness of rape of themselves. That person got penalized $500,000 US for false allegations of rape. That judgment came in, I think, 2014. That person was penalized. In US, that the judgment came because they're making false allegations that Swamiji raped them in US also. That same court order in 2019 was repeated in India. That this person needs to pay $500,000, which is like 3 crore rupees in penalty, in fines. So both you have a judgment in India, you have a judgment in US. We'll put all those links. And still you are claiming there's a victim. Okay, if there's a victim, show that victim in the video, na? In your whole documentary, you don't even have that victim come and give a testimony. You use the old footage of that victim because that victim has nothing to say. They are broken from inside because they are completely exposed.
Really though, why isn't that victim even in this documentary at all?
Someone really victim who was raped or something, you don't even have 1 second of an original footage of that person. Can you justify it? Can you call your documentary genuine? You don't have even 1 second footage of somebody who is still in the monastery, who is still in the ashram. Would you call it fair documentary or anything? Would you call it a balanced representation? I don't think so. In a nutshell, they have some random characters who are talking completely random, completely out of the subject, just to establish this point. Go through it if you don't trust me, and you will get bored. You will get bored.
You will see that this religiosity transfers into somebody who claims to be a God man with those miracles.
I believe that
I was just going to say, claims the first abuser in this entire clip, Janardhan, is the one claiming that Swamiji's conducted a miracle on himself.
So exactly, the first character is a faceless character who has got nothing to say apart from generic stories which are not even true. And second character who claims to be a victim, first thing which he is saying is my heart attack and my heart disease was healed. My life was saved, basically he was going to die. Then we have some people claiming rape happened. God knows who was raped. Now finally, this is a very I think Discovery is openly saying that we are criminals. That is what it comes to when they have brought this character, Ajit. Let's hear him.
Yeah, we have seen a lot of them. A spiritual guru is supposed to be spontaneous.
Now we have the country of Swamis, God-man. God has for long and for many been an easily marketable commodity.
I'm not sure why they're showing that clip of him manifesting Vibhuti even.
I don't know why they're filling. They don't have any content. They just want to drag the show. I don't know how they'll do season 2. And seriously, I don't know what they'll film. This itself they're dragging so much.
Yeah.
Acha, one more thing you tell me, yaar. You have 50 people or 100 people or 1,000 people or 10,000 people. I don't know how many people you claim were raped. Okay, now. Why nobody's there in the video and why these media people are there in the video?
Yeah, people talking about what's happened to random people that they can't say.
I have never seen this person in my life. He's not a public figure. He's not famous. He's not somebody notable in the society. He has got nothing to do with the subject. And such characters who have got nothing to do with anything are actually filling most of the documentary. I don't know why.
They all have one thing in common, that they are against Swamiji.
They are against Swamiji. They are against the very idea of the Guru. That is why they are showing all the Gurus in one by one, where they are making their own theories and something they have to talk about. That is how they are filling the documentary.
That's what he said. Somebody like Nithyananda was able to promise that or show that. He was certainly happy when talking to him. You have to do stories about it. You have to, even if there are no stories, you have to create stories.
Like what they're doing.
He started out as one of the young spiritual enthusiasts in Tirunelveli. That is the hub of spirituality as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned.
So there are so many ashrams, right, from the time at the start he said he is a disciple of Ramakrishna Math. That was the very starting point.
They are saying he was a disciple of Ramakrishna Math. Why can't they have an interview with anybody in Ramakrishna Math? Because they know they'll be beaten by slippers. I'm not saying they are going to literally beat them by slippers, but they know that people in Ramakrishna Mission will not be okay with what they are saying because they are attacking Hinduism. How can anybody be okay with it? That's why they are not going to any Hindu organization. They are telling their names, but they are going only to journalists.
Here's something like this. We have a set of very influential, very rich, wealthy men and women.
Again, the same tape recorder. He had some very influential men and women whom you very cunningly deny their basic human rights to meet their children and abuse their children late night at 11 p.m. Yes, there are very influential people whom you don't even consider human beings, whom you attack, including their children, and defame and call as a cult and destroy their lives based on all your prejudices and hatred towards Hinduism. Thank you.
And also, he's an ambassador. He had a set of very influential, very rich, wealthy.
This is a picture of him having his brain scanned, which showed incredible results. I can't get into the science of it, but they scientifically scanned his brain and said, wow, something amazing is happening here. And he's showing this picture. I don't know why.
Brush with God while meditating on a hillock.
I was just sitting on a rock in the Arunachala hill trying to find the source.
And they're taking footage, small clips, and just not showing the full clip. You can take any story like that.
Pulled inside. Just, I saw very clearly something opened inside. The moment that opened inside, I was able to see whole 360 degree without opening my eyes.
Actually, this is different footage. That's not they're showing the crowd, but that's from later on. You can tell.
Basically, they are showing Swamiji in one footage in one era and crowd from some other era.
Yeah.
Same way I felt alive with the whole cosmos.
When I met him, he's talking of an experiment. This report, The Mind of a Mystic, by some of Oklahoma City's finest and most experienced physicians, neuropsychologists, and researchers. The results from testing Swami decidedly not normal.
So I define a mystic as someone who believes in the existence of realities beyond human comprehension.
Basically, this test have been done on Swamiji's brain and have also been done on the disciples and has been also done on the people whom Swamiji's disciples have initiated, and the results are in coherence.
Looking deep into the mysteries of self or creation, thus putting us in constant connection to delight or the divine. I believed at that point of time as a journalist when I interviewed him, I believed that there was something extraordinary about this man.
The science is saying there's something extraordinary. It doesn't matter what he's believing or not. The science is saying that.
The tragedy is that even intelligent people cannot differentiate between a bad icon.
Even stupid people can't understand what it means.
As a journalist, so you claim to be a neuroscientist?
I told you 2004. He was a very successful, very traditional, like me at that point.
But is he actually claiming that that was faked, or it's just irrelevant, that information?
He's just telling that
They fall so deep, they travel
it is,
so far.
I don't know what he's saying, very frankly. He's just discrediting illogically.
Well, my whole life I've been drawn to Hinduism.
Not true, not true. She has a Catholic background, right?
She has a Catholic background. She was the head of a so-called, I can say, a Christian organization. I don't want to abuse the religion, but I know of a bishop who says that she has manipulated Christianity and Hinduism and attacked both the religions and tried to incite hatred between the two religions. So I would not say about, saying that she's a cult of some religion, but she's a cult of herself, and she portrayed herself as a mother goddess who needs to be worshipped. She would...
This is legit. Like, we can show you pictures evidence of her books that she's created, what it means to be a part of this group that she was the lead of. It is cultish. The person that they are introducing right now tried to start her own cult. Like, this is legit in 2013.
2012, she's giving a video where she's saying that, yes, I am Guru. You can call me your Guru.
Yes.
And she's wearing a cross, and she's giving footprints of her foot and asking people to worship.
Taking pictures of her feet, calling them holy feet.
And then she has one
picture would be on a chair before she'd enter the room. They'd have flowers over it, and they'd all be standing there waiting for her, and she would enter in as if she was a guru.
And she will have a bishop wearing the black gown, which is a traditional gown, have him sit on the floor next to her, and she'll give her sermon about how Jesus is bringing everybody to oneness and unity with Mother Goddess, who is she. And she's telling, I was always drawn to Hinduism, and I don't know what Hinduism means for her. For her, probably Hinduism means like the whole world should worship her or something.
If you are a Hindu, in this documentary, these people, a lot of them Caucasians, are saying, no, I'm Hindu, Om Namah Shivaya. They don't say that in the video, but they give that comment in other social media platforms. And then they wear one piece of jewelry that shows that they're Hindu, and they don't live it at all. They claim and say that they're Hindus, but they are not. They're not at all Hindu. She was not drawn to Hinduism her entire life. And we're made to believe her, and what happens when we believe her? We get diverted from Hinduism.
Not only Hinduism, she's a rapist. She's a child rapist, and she's a druggist. She has directly told me, personally, I am telling in the camera, and I can tell her on her face, she had illicit drugs, she had dangerous drugs, and she boasted about it in front of me, she and her friend Jordan, and I was shocked. But they kind of tried to cover it up, saying that, oh, this was past and everything. So she has plenty of criminal history. She has destroyed many people, and anybody who is associated with her is having the biggest misfortune.
I laugh at this because this is Discovery Plus's star witness. It's like, did they do any research at all into who this individual is, what her background is, what she is about? She literally is into black magic. We have testimonial from her ex-boyfriend saying that he felt completely what was the word that he used? He was completely brainwashed by her, not that she was brainwashed by Swamiji. He's saying that she brainwashed me.
So whether it is black magic or with the illicit influence of drugs, she has done this. Number one, druggist, intoxicator, using these tricks and manipulation to destroy people. And we have the victim of hers, who has given elaborate testimonies of how she raped him. Underage person, how she raped him. And she has every justification for this. Okay, you have a justification for this, but what justification Discovery Plus has that they don't have any better person in their documentary?